Guys, so the Supreme Court has been staying busy and keeping me busy. So they just knocked down New York state law that has been around for over a century. And that law states that a New Yorker cannot possess a gun outside of their home, registered or unregistered. Of course, not unregistered, but either way, you cannot leave your house with it in New York City before today.
It is a big ruling on gun rights in the United States and a victory for those who advocate for those rights. New York State required people who wanted to carry a firearm concealed outside the home to show proper cause, which the state defined as a special need different from ordinary citizens for self-defense. Today, the Supreme Court says that's not good enough under the Second Amendment. That the Second Amendment presumes keep and bear arms is the language in the Constitution, and in this case, the Supreme Court says that bear arms means the right to carry.
The law in New York has changed. You can now possess your guns outside in the street. Let's go! No. That's not what's happening. That is not what's happening here. That's not where you should be at. None of that. None of that. This law don't even apply to you. It don't apply to you. Most of us, unfortunately, as young black people, we get a felony before we get a firearm. Before we get registered for the firearm, we get the felony. So most of us can't even get the firearm because we already got the felony. So if you got a felony, just watch this video so you can tell your cousin, okay? Let's be honest. Let's stop it. This does not mean if you get caught with a gun outside, you will not get arrested. You cannot register for a gun. You do not have a registered gun. You are not in this conversation. Let's go. Now, that leaves the people that does not have a felony or that are registered. Now, let's talk about them. People that do not have a felony, you can now register, get your gun, whatever the case is, go through that process and be able to possess your gun in your car, on you, and in the house in New York City. People that already have a gun registered, you are now able to carry that gun outside. Now, I think this is very important to note. This law damn near don't affect us. This law, it brush us. It don't even affect us that much, okay? This law does not affect us in a positive way. It does not affect us in a positive way. It allows people that have registered guns in New York City to now walk around with it on their hip. I don't know if people that watch this video from New York. I have fans and subscribers from all over the world. So let me just give you guys a little idea of what's going on. Picture you were a crab and you were in a bucket with like 40 other crabs. And one of those crabs had a gun. That's what it would be like trying to get the train with somebody that has a gun legally on the A train. It's scary. And you won't be that crab that didn't even start you didn't even start it. It was 10 other crabs that stepped on them. But you didn't leave the door open for him on the train? Oh, it's 3 o'clock at night and you're on the same platform as me? And you have a hoodie on? Oh, I could kill you. Because now I don't have to worry about possession as a charge. I can legally carry this gun around. I can legally carry this firearm around. Human beings, and I'm really speaking to my black people, this law ain't for us. Now, if more of us got up and got registered before we got a felony, well then yes. Then yes. Everybody should have a gun in their home. I believe. Don't go in nobody's home doing nothing you don't want to do. You don't want to get shot, don't go in people's house. Doing nothing that's going to get you shot. But what happens when you're in the street? What happens when life happens and the person that has a gun at home but couldn't bring it out Because, remember, he's a law-abiding citizen. Doesn't mean his anger, his temperament, his racial biases doesn't leave the house with him. I'll be honest with you. After all these shootings, I never thought I would hear you can now carry guns in New York City. That just blew my mind a little bit, just a tad. Just a tad. And I got a whole big head, so for you to blow my mind, that's a lot of pause. Guys, I don't know, I don't know where the future holds for us. I don't know what the future holds for us. I don't know what the future holds for my daughter, our kids. But as of right now, the Supreme Court is taking away women's rights and giving people more rights to carry guns. America, talk for yourself.